Hi, and my name is Jis Davidson.
So, how did you come to understand the gospel personally?
So basically, I'm from Pentecost family, and I have never seen someone stricter than my grandfather. He's like all Sunday mornings will be like a military school running around. Everyone is scared. They wanted to reach church on time, and that is how my whole childhood was. All this 14 years of my life, I was like all Sundays church, all cottage meetings, everything. Our family will be there, and I will be there too. And my relationship with God was not intentional, but it was forced. And once I left house and went to college, so that is the first time I was leaving my home and was staying in a hostel. So those 4 years of college, I was on my own. My dad and mom, they used to call me every Sundays and ask me, "Did you go to church?" And I was like, for the first year, I was all good and going to church and everything was good. But once, the second year, the third year, the final year, I never go to church. It was like I was totally away from God and I was like on myself, and I was totally, my relationship with God was like far distant. And then I got a job. I got a job on campus, and I joined, and everything was going good. And my distance from God was getting far away and away and away as the years proceed. And I got a job, and the third month of my job is this announcement from the management. They say that they are firing us. The reason given was they doesn't want people without software background. So I was from a mechanical background, so it was like we like a bunch of 60 people. They just sent a mail. They asked us to resign. They don't want to terminate us because that will be a record on our employees' history. So they want us to resign. And I was like, all good, life is going good, everything is good. And once that happened, and I came back home, and that is when I realized. And again, when I came back home, I went to church because I'm with my family, and that is when I realized how far I have gone from God. And I realized that it was God who was directing me. It was not myself. That is when I started to have a personal relationship with God. Then that is main thing. I just cutting everything short. I spoke to my dad, my grandfather, and that is the first time my grandfather had gave me an advice that I actually listened to. He said, "That is the reason you went far away from God. Go back to Him, pray, have a personal relationship with Him." And then that is when I started to pray. When I was at home, jobless, when all your friends, everyone are like, "I got a job here, I'm going to do MS, I'm going to do this, that." I was sitting at home without a job, and that is when I realized that something is missing in my life, and I started to pray. And then I built a relationship with God. Slowly I realized that I'm getting back to that. The relationship is getting closer and closer, and I was looking for jobs. I was literally thrown away from software companies, and the core companies, they doesn't want to pay me more than 8,000, 9,000. You cannot go and stay in a city like Bangalore or Chennai with 8,000, 9,000 per month. So it was hard times, and I was looking for software companies. Nothing was happening. I went to Chennai because God, something asked me to go there. I was there, and this happened like the fourth or fifth day. And my friend told me that there was something happening in the college close to my place. I just went and attended, and by God's grace, I got that job, and that was the company that I'm still working for. And I got a job. They gave me the salary that I wanted. Everything fell in place, and that is how my professional career started. I'm still with the company. The company sent me to US. Now I am working for them for the past 2 years. When I realized that God is the one who is leading me, that is when I felt that my Lord in my life was, got back into the same path. I was the youngest one in my team who traveled on site. All other on site people who traveled are like 45s, 50s. I was 28, I was 29 when I traveled, and everyone around me was like, "How did you get this, man? How did they send you?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know. It's like God's grace."
What does LifeStream Church mean to you?
When I moved to US, I was like looking for a place where I can tell that this is my, my place, my church. And that is when I came to know about a LifeStream. I was like almost like 30 miles away from LifeStream, but still the pastor, Finney uncle, or someone who will come gladly on Sunday mornings. They will pick me up and come back. It is like a 45 minutes travel up and down, but still they do it for me. And that is how I came to LifeStream. And till then, I was with LifeStream because LifeStream felt as a family for me, and LifeStream helped me a lot to be in my spiritual path and the journey so far.
What does LifeStream Church mean to you in one word?
My home.